What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we're coming back to Bruce Springsteen. Yes, indeed, Bruce Springsteen fans feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi-bibbidi-bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Leland Poyer, and Leland wanted to see me react to this song by Bruce Springsteen called New York City Serenade. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, yeah, I've heard this song before, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Bruce Springsteen, shocking, and the video has 2.1 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. A link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Bruce Springsteen, New York City Serenade, Rome, July 11th, 2013, maybe? That might be what that means. I don't know. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
I like how they put that at the bottom for Robbie. That's nice. Like the slide offs. Nice. The slide off from the black key to the white key. Give it that. it's okay. On a piano, getting a glissando to happen on a piano, like an actual smooth glissando, is pretty much impossible. Because it's a hammered instrument. It's not like taking a fretless bass or a fretless guitar or a trombone and getting a nice slide with no breaks. You know what I mean? It's very difficult. But that was a nice technique he showed off there, from the sliding off from the black key to the white key, black key to white key, black key to white key. Very smooth. I've never really seen what this man's capable of until now. I don't know how many Bruce Springsteen reaction videos I've done. We've got to be in the hundreds. I'm willing to bet probably over. I'm willing to bet at least 100. We've never really seen what he can do on his own. So that was nice. I mean, I like the fact that I actually got a chance to see what he can do on his own. And I gotta say, couple of things kind of impressed me. I think the thing that impressed me most was his dynamic control, in particular when it came to his attacks. And not just playing, one stanza loud and then one stanza soft and then another stanza loud and another stanza soft. We're talking like mid stanza. He would be playing, he'd be hammering, and right from the hammering, he would go into this lighter, softer approach, these lighter, softer attacks, and showing off that dynamic control really well. Being able to go from forte down to piano, just within the period of like a single beat, not even a whole measure, just a beat. Not easy to do on piano, not always. I mean, a lot of people have a real hard time understanding that concept and applying it. It's one thing to understand it. It's a whole nother thing to actually do it and apply it to their playing. And piano isn't always the easiest thing to do it on. So having that kind of discipline, having that kind of control, that was really good. Along with that, it sounded really nice when he was playing. The accuracy sounded good. Very melodic, very nice. I'm still kind of tripping over the black key to white key thing. That was really well done. It was super smooth. So got to give him credit. Absolutely. I've always known he's a good piano player, but I never knew just how good. And this gave me a little, I'm not even saying this is everything. I'm sure he is far capable of far more. But this was a nice little glimpse into what he is capable of doing. So that was a nice touch. I like that. Let's keep going here. You can really hear the percussionist on the bongos.
He's down by the railroad tracks, sitting low
Oh, it is congas.
in the backseat
Should have trusted my gut.
of his Cadillac. Diamond jacket, she's so intact, and she falls so softly beneath him. Jackie's heels are stack. Billy's got cleats on his boots. Together they'll boogaloo down Broadway.
Is he playing an upright? The bass. I heard the bass come in. I like what he's doing, but the sound that the bass is getting right now, that sounds like an upright. That sounds like a contrabass, like an actual upright bass. It sounds like it. It's resonating big. And the attack is very muted, like on flat wound strings. I hope we get to see him playing it. I really do. Let's keep going here. Let's see if we get to see that.
Together they'll boogaloo down Broadway. Come back home with the loot.
Come on, show the bass player. We want to see him playing the upright.
It's midnight in Manhattan.
See if I'm right.
This is no time to get cute. It's a mad dog's promenade. So walk tall.
Let's see him.
Don't walk at all.
It could be an electric. It could be a fretless electric.
She paints those tenement walls.
There he is. Son of a gun, I was wrong. I was wrong. It's an electric. It's probably fretless then. He must have his EQ really set up for bass resonance, the bass tone. He's probably got the bass knob on the amp, or not. Well, actually, it wouldn't be on the amp. It'll be in his settings, his effects, his presets. He must have a preset that is set up to sound like an upright to get the kind of resonance. I mean, it's not hard to do. You just got to EQ it right. You know, your low ends, your low frequencies, really crank them up, and your high ends, you know, have them around the midline, and then just take your mids and drop them out as much as possible. Like, okay, for example, let's simplify things. Let's look at your basic bass amp as far as your tone knobs go. You're gonna have a bass tone knob, a mid tone knob, and a treble tone knob. You'll take your bass tone knob and you'll crank that sucker up to like 8 or 9, somewhere in there. You're gonna take your treble knob and put it around 4 or 5, and you're gonna take your mid knob and you're gonna turn it all the way down to like 1 or 2. You know, if you do that, you're gonna get a nice full resonating tone. Again, you're gonna have a little bit of a hard time hearing pitch over resonance. You know, you'll hear the pitch, you will, but resonance is gonna be like up here, just overtaking it. Where if you have more of a balance, you're gonna have pitch with resonance down here. So I don't know. It fooled me. I could have sworn that was an acoustic, not an acoustic, an upright. But clearly he's playing an electric, so I was clearly wrong. I wonder if it's fretless, because when I'm hearing him slide, I'm not hearing any fret break. I'm not hearing any fret noise. I'm not hearing any not skiff. When you slide up on a okay, hold on. I got one right here. Hold on.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Okay, so when you slide, you're gonna hear, because of the frets, you're gonna hear a little bit of a bump all the way down. You hear that? That's because the frets are there. Now, if there were no frets, it would just slide like, I wish I had a slide on me. Do I have anything I could use like a slide? Oh, battery. That'll work. Sure. All right. So without that, for example, actually, let me just hold it like this. It might be a little bit easier. You hear that? You're not going to hear the bumps. You're not going to hear the ba-da-da-da-da like a keyboard. It's just going to slide and just it's nice, smooth glissando. Whereas opposed to when using your finger on the frets, you hear a very specific pitch for each movement up the frets. That's just the way of the design. You know, it really comes down to your own personal preference. Frets versus fretless. I've heard this argument so many times. Frets help with pitch accuracy. Absolutely, they do. You can move, like, okay, here we go again. You can move anywhere in the fret. Okay, so if I have my finger, say, on this fret, for example, my finger could be here, 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 or here, anywhere in that fret. And you're going to hear the same note, the same pitch, every single time. That's the purpose of the frets. Now, let's synthesize a fretless. You can hear a little bit of a pitch difference, right? A little bit sharp, a little bit flat, just ever so slightly. If you have a fretless, you gotta be dead on accurate. You have to be, because then that's the trade-off. With frets, it's a lot easier to hit the right pitch because you got a certain amount of space that you can have your finger in, and it's gonna play the same pitch every single time because of the fret design. With a fretless, your trade-off is you're going to get a much smoother sound, a less abrasive sound, a more natural sound, but at the expense of assistance. You're going to need your fingers to be absolutely spot on, dead accurate. I have a lot of respect for bass players who play fretless basses. I do. I have tried, and my accuracy is just not good enough. It really isn't, and I'm not ashamed to admit that. I mean, when I play an up, I don't know why, but for some reason when I play an upright, it's different. But I've always found it easier to play uprights and be spot on pitch as opposed to a bass guitar. I don't know why that is. Maybe I just don't have enough experience with the fretless bass. Maybe I just need to just be disciplined and stick to it for like a year or two and really just give myself a chance to learn the neck. That's what I keep hearing from fretless bass players. Learn the neck. Yeah, I guess I need to. But I have a lot of respect for bass players that do play fretless basses because they clearly understand how, and they understand how the neck works. And this sounds like a fretless. I hope he turns so we can see. I want to be right about something here, dang it. Let's see if I'm right. Come on, turn it, let me see.
Don't take the corner boys, they got no money. They're so easy. I said, hey, baby, won't you take my hand and walk with me down Broadway? Oh, mama, won't you take my arm, move with me down Broadway? I'm a young man and I talk real loud, baby, and I walk it real proud for you. So shake away your city life, shake away the street life, shake away your city life, and hook up to the train. Hook up to the train. Hook up to the night train. Hook it up. Hook up to the train. Baby, hook up to the train. Hook up to the night train. Hook it up. Yeah, but I know she won't take the train. No, she won't take the train. Oh, she won't.
We're going to turn it up a bit here.
No, she won't take the train. Oh, she won't take the train. No, she won't take the train. She's afraid them tracks are gonna slow her down. And when she turns, the spoil will be gone. So long. Sometimes you just gotta walk on, walk on. Hey, vibes, man, hey, jazz man, play me your serenade.
Hold on. Did we see him? I just maybe I just
Hey,
didn't see him.
vibes, man, they jazz me.
Steve, you're in front of. No, wait, no, he's over here. Still has his back to us. Dang it! Turn around. Let's see. I want to see if he's got playing a fretless or not. We turned it up a little bit, and now we brought it back down. You tease, absolute tease. I mean, it sounds good. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say this is my favorite song by them. Clearly, it's not. But I mean, there's some interesting things happening. That's for sure. The biggest things that are impressing me are the piano playing and the bass playing. Everything else is just kind of there, filling out the sound. The strings are a nice touch. The violins and the violas. I don't know. I'm sure there's a cello or two back there. Can't see them. I'm sure they're there. But what's really kind of catching my attention, the piano playing and the bass playing. Kind of getting Jimmy Haslip vibes a little bit from the Yellow Jackets with what he's playing, his approach. It really kind of is giving me Jimmy Haslip vibes. I like it. I'm digging what he's doing. Anyway, let's keep going here.
Play me your serenade. Any deeper blue. Play it in your grave. Save your notes. Don't spend them on the blues, boy. Save your notes. Don't spend them on the darling Union shop, boy. Strange for the church, no bragging. Vibes, man, sting a trash can. Listen to your junk man. Listen to your junk man. Listen to your junk man. He's singing,
Great dynamics across the board.
singing, all dressed up
It
in
up.
satin, walking past the piano. He's singing, he's singing, singing, singing. He's singing, singing, singing.
That. Flood up on the G, go onto the A to the D. I like that. Not sure why this. Oh, he is playing Attack and Meanie. Just noticed that. Nice. Great guitars. Attack and Meanie guitars, they make great acoustics. Oh, we're almost done. Forget it. Ending on the 4. Okay. Nice. Ending on the 4th. That's very cool. Not sure if there's a lot to talk about or not. There may be. There may be a lot I want to talk about, or then again, maybe like a couple things. I don't know. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Bruce Springsteen with New York City Serenade. This was a request from Leland Poyer. Okay, I thought about it, and I thought I was going to have a lot to talk about, but honestly, after evaluating everything I wanted to say, I was like, I already talked about that during the reaction, so there's really not a whole lot to discuss. So this is probably going to be a pretty short review. Then again, we know how that goes with me. I'll say it's going to be quick, under 5 minutes. Next thing you know, we're here for 20. So I don't know. I'm going to do my best to keep it short because I know we're already like 30 minutes in. So let's see if I can keep it short. But I don't know. I just don't know. Let's start off with the score first. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 7.7. Yeah, 7.7. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, a 7.7. What does that mean? Well, a 7.7 would translate to a really good skill rating, so believe it or not, I think this was actually a really good song. It would also get 4 to 5 stars and a B+ letter grade. So there you go, 7.7, really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B+ letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. First of all, first and foremost, this is a ballad. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind after finishing the song. This is a ballad. This is definitely a ballad song. And if you know anything about me, you know I'm not a big fan of ballads. I'm really not. I try my best to avoid ballads whenever possible. I can seriously count on both hands the number of ballads that I actually enjoy listening to. So the fact that it's a ballad, I can already tell you I'm probably not going to enjoy it. Having said that, I can't believe I'm going to say this. I'm not saying I'm thrilled with it. I'm not saying I love it, but I gotta say I kind of enjoyed it. It was definitely, it's a ballad, yes, without question, it's a ballad. But it definitely had movement, and it definitely had, I'm not going to say energy, but it definitely had a certain amount of drive to it. It wasn't dragging along. It wasn't pulling us down into the sludge. It was moving. It was moving. It was coasting. How about that? It's like we're on a 6% grade, you know, going down on a slope. Not super steep, just enough that you don't need to have your foot on the accelerator. You know, you could just put it if you wanted to. I don't ever recommend doing this, and you shouldn't do it. But if you wanted to, you could shift your car into neutral and just let gravity take you. You know what I mean? It's like that. It was nice. It was nice. Even by ballad standards, I did kind of enjoy the tune. There's a lot of good things going for it, and I talked about them at length during the reaction, so I really don't want to talk about them again at length. I'm just going to hit some bullet points here. The piano playing, I gotta say, it was nice at the beginning to have them get that little solo spot. Number one, it didn't go on for too long. It's not like he took, 5 minutes, He took, I think it was like a minute and a half to 2 minutes, and just showed us what he can do. I appreciated that because I've never seen him do that before. This is my first time actually seeing what he is capable of doing on his own. Spotlight on him. So that was really nice. I dug that, and I saw some really nice techniques from him. The thing I was really most impressed about him, honestly, was the dynamic control that he demonstrated during the course of his playing. Really nicely done. The band as a whole sounded really good. I liked what I was hearing from the band. The balance was nice. Everybody was blending really well together. I'm not trying to take anything away from anybody else. I mean, Jake sounded great on the little sax solos that he got. Not solos. Solis. There's a difference. The string section sounded really nice, filling out the sound. Max's drumming, impeccable as always. Absolutely solid. Bruce's vocals sounded just fine for the style of the song it was. I'm not trying to take anything away from everybody else, okay? But I am going to say this. The star of the show for me was the bass playing. I am sorry. Now look, I know I'm a bass player, so of course I'm going to be biased. But even listening to the song in an objective format, it was really punching through in the mix. He was really coming out, and his playing was really nice. I never saw if he was playing a fretless or not. I wish I could have seen that, because when he would slide, I didn't hear any fret break whatsoever. It was just smooth. And if he's playing a fretless, kudos to him. Absolute kudos to him. The tone that he was getting too. In the beginning, during the first half of the song, I could have sworn he was playing an upright, because the resonance was just coming through clear as a bell. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, is he playing an upright? Is he? Because the attack isn't very strong. It's not very pronounced. I mean, there is an attack, but it's a very muted attack, which leads me to believe he's playing flat wound strings. Number one. Number two, the resonance was slightly overtaking the pitch, and to me that screams upright. So I was very surprised when I actually did see a shot of him. Unfortunately, his back was to us, but he's playing an electric, and I'm sitting here going, okay, I was wrong about that. What else am I wrong about? I start questioning everything now. He really has his EQ dialed in to get that super resonance. He really must. He might have that EQ dialed in on a preset just for this song alone. It's very possible. Or then again, maybe there's multiple songs where he wants to get that type of a sound without having to switch basses. I'm gonna tell you, folks, that is a pain. That is a pain. I've played in jazz bands where, certain songs call for an upright, and then other songs call for an electric. And there's nothing more frustrating than playing a song on an electric and then having to switch to an upright. Now, I don't mind the switch, but for one song and then switching back to electric, why not just play it on the electric? I could set up my EQ. I could adjust my EQ and program it to a preset, but the band director insisted, nope, I do this one on an upright. I don't know why, but okay, fine. And then you have to take it off, just pick it up, bring it up, make sure it's in tune, okay? And then, just frustrating. It's very, very frustrating. So when you can use presets, it makes life a lot easier. It really does. Preset EQs for specific songs, and all you gotta do at that point, it literally is push a button. With either using a footboard, a pedal board, or doing it manually on your rack, just turning a knob or whatever, or programming the number in. Whatever the case may be, it's a lot easier to do that than it is to switch out instruments. Well, then again, they've got stage hands, so it could literally just be a pass off to them. I don't know, but in any case, it sounded really good. I was really getting Jimmy Haslip vibes from what he was playing. I was digging on it, man. Absolute Yellow Jackets approach. I was like, that's really nice. I like the fact that the bass is being as active as it is within the mix and within the actual playing. So that was a nice touch. I absolutely appreciate it. As a bassist, I absolutely appreciate it. So yeah, I mean, it was a really good job overall. Like I said, even for a ballad, ballads aren't normally my thing, but I did kind of enjoy this one, mostly because of the piano playing and the bass playing. Everything else was just kind of, there, doing their jobs, obviously, but nothing else other than the piano playing and the bass playing really stuck out to me. But what those two did was nice, really nice. So that's how I'm coming up with the score of 7.7. I feel good with that score, and that's where we're gonna stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We got a 7.7, which is a really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B+ letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's gonna do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.